Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Texas A&M Health Science Center. Please rise for the national anthem. Please be seated. Good morning. I'll have some more information in a few, but let's get right after it because we got a lot to do today. I really appreciate you're all here. Honestly, if I just locked the door and left and you all talked, I think we'd be a success. But it's better than that. So it's my privilege to welcome Dr. Jim Donovan, the Vice Dean for the Round Rock campus, Regional Chair for Family and Community Medicine from the Texas A&M Health Science Center, College of Medicine. He has spent over 30 years practicing medicine and teaching doctors. He's the son of a World War II veteran and the father of a sailor. He serves as the chief liaison for the College of Medicine with local and regional partners and provides oversight of new graduate medical education activities. He's here to welcome you to the campus. Sir?
Good morning, or as we say at A&M, howdy. I want to welcome you all to the Texas A&M Health Science Center campus at Round Rock. You know, as Perry said, my dad served in World War II. He flew B-24s in England. And my son spent 6 years in the Navy as a surface warfare officer. So I have a special place in my heart for service to those who served us. And the College of Medicine was originally chartered under the Teague-Cranston Act. For those of you who don't know what that is, there were 5 colleges of medicine across the United States that were chartered with federal funds, and the requirement was that they have as their primary partners the Veterans Administration medical system. So institutionally, we also have a special place in our heart for service to those who served. So I want to welcome you all to the campus. See if I can get this thing to work. That's not it. That's it. We've grown a little since the early days. The Health Science Center now incorporates 6 colleges to include medicine and pharmacy and nursing, dentistry, public health, and medical sciences. We have grown in terms of our enrollment. As you can see, when we started out, both the College of Medicine and the Health Science Center were fairly small. We now have almost 2,500 students in our colleges, and the College of Medicine has grown to 200 students a year. We are geographically diverse. We have campuses all the way from the Dallas area to McAllen, and you all can see on the right that those campuses are multidisciplinary. They serve several colleges. We have 3 colleges here in Round Rock, the College of Nursing, the College of Pharmacy, and the College of Medicine. Robin Page couldn't be here this morning, but Robin would want me to tell you that they have several programs. They have a second degree program in which students who have a previous degree, and it doesn't really matter what discipline, as long as they have the prerequisites, can move on to getting their Bachelor of Science in Nursing in a very accelerated program, which is about 15 months long. They have an RN to BSN program for those students who have gotten their RN as either associates or diploma programs. They can move on to a bachelor's program. And they have a Master of Science in Nursing for those nurses who are interested in education. College of Pharmacy here in Round Rock is still rather small, but growing. We have about 10 students who actually spend their last year in practicums in some of our major health systems. And the College of Medicine in Round Rock is a little bit larger. We currently have about 54th years and about 53rd years on our campus. And actually, when I say on our campus, it's always strange because visitors come to the campus and say, where are the students? And the answer is they're in the community. Our students rotate in 4 major health systems, about 22 hospitals, and literally hundreds. We have 580 plus appointed faculty, literally hundreds of clinics and outpatient facilities throughout the area. And we also have students in major city, county, and state government institutions, and we have affiliations with some of the biotech folks, with Dell and Google. These are some of our affiliates, and you all know them: Baylor Scott and White, the St. David's Partnership, the Seton family of hospitals, as well as the Austin State Hospital, Bluebonnet Trails, Lone Star Circle of Care, Austin Recovery, and last but not least, the Veterans Administration. This is the class for which we have the latest data. This is our class of 2019, and I am always pleased that we continue to attract very talented students into medicine. Our current GPAs range a little above 3.7 for matriculants, and our MCATs, which is the standardized test that we use for admission, the medical college admission test, still runs in about the 80th percentile. We are ethnically diverse, and our students are a little older than average. Many of our students have had previous degrees. Many of our students have had previous occupations. Our oldest student this year is a 50-year-old nurse who has decided that she'd like to go back and get an MD degree. Well, what's coming up? What does the future look like for us? Well, without question, it will involve interprofessional education. There is ample evidence now that care delivered by well-functioning teams is better care. And we are really fortunate on this campus to be able to have pharmacy and nursing, and to be able to train our students in common roles and contributions, in leading and following skills, and really to bring about that culture change for collaboration that medicine so desperately needs. We are embarking on new models of clinical education. We are embarking on more longitudinal education. Our education here in Round Rock has always been community-based. We use our community physicians to teach, and actually we are using advanced practice nurses, quality directors, many others in the community to help teach our medical students also. And we are developing tracks. And I will tell you all that in the next year and a half, we will develop a health science system track here in Round Rock. And that track will include additional content. This content is now being called the third science. We've always taught basic science. We've always taught clinical science. But in order to function in the 21st century in medicine, physicians need to know more. They need to understand population medicine. They need to understand social determinants of health. They need to understand quality and patient safety. They need to understand the use of big data and systems management. And they need to understand how to deliver health care in an efficient, cost-effective, quality manner. And so we use simulation and telemedicine and online learning and the flipped classroom. Some of you all know that concept, in which students learn factual information at home, what we used to call homework, and they bring that then to small group settings to be able to understand how to apply that information. And clearly, we will use data management. And why are we doing all this? Well, certainly the Affordable Care Act has brought this to the forefront. But the real driver of this is the aging population and the need for increased supply for that demand. There is a shortage, there will be a shortage of physicians by 2025. Most estimates put that shortage at about 90,000. I saw an estimate yesterday of 135,000, with about half of that being primary care physicians. We certainly will need to accomplish the triple aim: quality care at a reduced price with a good patient experience. And we will need to change the way that healthcare is delivered. Certainly team care is part of that, but without question, that shift to outpatient management and the use of big data to make decisions has to enter into that equation. So with that, again, I want to welcome you all to the Texas A&M Health Science Center. I think this is going to be a great day. And before I leave, I want to thank Perry Jeffries and his crew for putting this together. Great opportunity. Please join me in a round of applause for Perry.
Right. I'm going to kill this question slide, and I'll explain why. Sir, thank you very much. It really is a privilege to be able to work with Texas military veterans and the family members every day. The health center, and in particular the largesse of the College of Medicine, that gives us just a really beautiful place to work, allows us to do that, and it gives us these great digs. So, thank you very much. As a retired first sergeant, I have a long PowerPoint presentation to read to everybody. So, But then I heard that PowerPoint ink is made from the tears of captains. So we don't want to do that. But I do have a few housekeeping rules for everybody. First, and I think most of you know, the bathrooms are directly across from the doors. Feel free to come and go as you need. So you can just get up and walk out and come back in. Second, we've worked through some of the Wi-Fi. Remember, the registration code is capital A, Aggies. And if you maybe help your neighbor if we need to. Third, we have plenty of coffee and food, so y'all eat up. Thanks to Schlotzsky's for their great service. I come to these veterans events, I always want to make sure there's plenty of coffee, so we ordered coffee morning, lunch, and afternoon, and forgot to order juice or water, and Betty saved us, so thank you very much to Betty for that. This room was really set up by a lot of hard work by Dan Clausen's staff, including Rick and Gino and all the security staff that made the parking places out front for us. So if you see them coming in and going, please thank them. They're the keys to making this day work. While we're talking food, we do have or will have some special meals set aside. And there's some that are going to be gluten and nut-free. We're going to have them out at the registration table. If you didn't sign up for one, please don't take one. All right? We want to make sure that everybody's able to eat healthy and safely today. Next, the presentations are live streamed. So don't put away your phone. Get out your phone, put it on silent, but use the veteran research hashtag and text your friends so they can watch this live. It's being presented live on the internet right now. When it's all done, it will be archived and you can watch it online. You will have to fill out the after-action survey to get the link. So you give us something, you'll get something. But use the hashtag veteran research and let people go. All right, I'm wrapping up. We've got some really, really great speakers today and genuine experts to share their latest knowledge with us. I know that everybody's here is dedicated and they're committed people that you make a difference in the lives of veterans every day. And you want to tell your story. We want you to know and feel comfortable with everybody. Honestly, if I just locked the door and left and y'all talked for the next hour, we'd be a win. But because we are in a hurry, no questions today. So while the presenters are going, we're not going to take any questions. If you look in your bag, and I do apologize for the cartoon. I'm already ready. But look in the bag, write down the question, pass them to the center, and put them in that basket right there. We're not going to take them and throw them away. We'll pull from those, and that will form the basis of our panels after lunch. So we know that you have important questions, and we want to start a dialogue, but we want to keep these presenters moving. Some of them have to get back. Let's see. During lunch, we'll collect those. They'll form the basis of discussion. Okay, I've talked way too long because I did have this super nice PowerPoint for you guys to all watch. You didn't know it. That's a real thing. So, but there are, it's important. There's 1.54 million veterans in Texas, over 140,000 women veterans. As I like to point out, most of the veterans are older. They look like me. Most of us are over 55. By 2019, we will be the most populous state in the nation for veterans. Okay, I wanted to write lesser states on that slide, but I thought better of it because it is on the internet. So it's important that we address the needs across the spectrum when we talk about mental health. Everybody that comes back from war is affected, and that includes our families, our friends, our communities, and other vets, past and future. For sure, all the people here that deliver great services. We will hear today that community and family-like networks are one key to bringing everybody home safe and happy and integrating them back into the community. And in Texas, we do have the Military Veteran Peer Network. I know he's here. Sean and Chris Araujo, please stand up. These guys are the key to actually getting this stuff done all around the state. It's very important. I'll tell you how much they trust. Yesterday, Chris dropped off some flyers for us. It's in your bag. And the Austin police were on the phone with him checking on a veteran because they've built this trusted relationship that they know they can talk with veterans and they can share this knowledge. So we really appreciate that. The easiest way to get a hold of all of us or anybody to connect to all the great Texas benefits is to download the free Texas app. So I'm not going to beat you with a bunch more web addresses. The registration is enough. But you can find them, the Texas Veterans Portal, and all kinds of other stuff by downloading this app from the Google Store or the Apple Play Store, Google Play or Apple App Store. Put that on your phone, put it on your friend's phone. Makes it easy to talk to Texas veterans. So I do think it's important that we're able to refer to solid research, to standards, just like doctrine in the Army, and to approaches that are grounded in the real world to do that. We're lucky in Texas to have caring legislators, experts at all levels, and especially a great research operation right in Central Texas. They're discovering and reporting this knowledge at the journal level. So when you read these magazine articles, here's the people that wrote the articles or the articles that those magazines are talking about. This couldn't happen without Dr. Russell and his great team. And then Dr. Dina Davidson, without whom you wouldn't have any instructors and you'd have to listen to me all day long. So I just want to say thank you. All right, and thank you to all the friends and allies that are here. There's really too many of them to list. I think all of us. I hope at the end of the day, everybody knows who everyone is.